let's talk about people, moving the scenes, not on the pitch now, behind the footballers, making those calls. Let's talk about agents now. I mean, the top agents all over the world, the now later Minos Raiola, the Jorge Mendes, I'm trying to Rafael Pimenta, Pinizavi as well. These are top football agents, managing top football players. Now, bringing it home to Africa or maybe to Nigeria. I mean, just few at the top of my head. I know there's Emeka Obasi with Elite Project Group. This manages the likes of Sancho, I know, Shimi Ajayi and the likes, and also there's Ata Aneke.
Yeah,
these are Nigerian. But I mean, how much more do you want to see? Why don't we have top agents, top African agents, making these groundbreaking moves, managing top players all across the world?
Football agency is a thing of trust. It's not a short con. It's not a short business. It's a long time business, and I hate to use the word luck, but you get to be lucky. Sometimes in the beginning of your career, you just get one lucky break. If you look at Jorge Mendes, you mention a lot of players that he's managed, but every time you mention him, Cristiano Ronaldo comes to mind. Mino Raiola is the one that really have a lot of big players, but no matter you mention his name, there are only two names you can easily call: Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Paul Pogba. Pini Zavi, the first real super agent that we all talked about also. So agency is like what Fabrizio Romano does, but football agency is more complicated. People always say, why can't you break news like Fabrizio Romano? I say, well, first off, I don't do his kind of job, but even if I do his kind of job, my society will not allow me to be able to achieve what he has achieved. What people don't understand was that Fabrizio worked in Daily Mail and maybe Sky Sports or so, spent a lot of time building a Rolodex, a contact list that now helps him, and then
what he does now,
to do what he's doing now. So this is maybe his third, fourth, or fifth rodeo, and people over the years that he has built. That's why when we talk of this place in our WhatsApp group, I always say my goal is to build my own circle. I don't want to attach myself to another person's circle. I've never liked it. I build my own circle. The people that I have within sports and the people I have outside sports, I always want to see them go up, right? One of the best check I've gotten in the last 10 years didn't come from football. It came from Timi Dakolo. He didn't dash me. I was responsible for brokering his performance somewhere. It's the biggest check I've gotten in forever, in the last 10, 15 years. It didn't come from doing anything sports related. But what people do not understand is my relationship with Timi Dakolo has been on since like 2005.
Way back.
See when it now paid off. First time it's really paying off, and more could come. So you build your circle like that. And someone like Funny Bone is a comedian, but he's helped me with more exclusive football updates than footballers, coaches, managers, club owners. Funny Bone is not a footballer, right? So you have to have a pool. So for the agents, let me tell you one of the biggest mitigating factor. It also affects our coaches. I think Samson Sasa was on Brilla FM with Anthony Becker-Deremo, and they asked him why has he not gone to coach in other African countries. I like the way he responded to that question. But on a general note, I've seen people also ask Yemi, the former Enyimba coach, why is he not taking another job somewhere? He went to South Africa to go and do training, and he should have just stayed back. When people say this thing, the kind of ignorance in that comment, you have a 1 month or 3 months visa to go to a country, you go there, it's not a work visa, it's a student visa to go and do training, and all of a sudden you just stay back. Like, you can see the dysfunction in the way we think, because we grew up in dysfunctional society. We just think like, the other time I interviewed Dukudi, say, if he was that good, why did he come back to come and play for 3SC? Like, God, in that time, playing for 3SC was way more important than staying in Switzerland or playing in the Dutch league. But no, you're not considering that. You're just saying this rubbish. Look at him now he's suffering. But there are so many people who went to Europe who are also suffering. Chako cannot go Europe. I can cut many that went to Europe that are suffering. Somebody who have multiple cars, who's married, living his life, who have multiple houses, is suffering. You did social media. You know that kind of feeling. But let's talk about the mitigating circumstances. If you're a Nigerian football agent, and there are a lot of football agents in Nigeria, a lot who know the job and all that, you do not have a league in your country that supports the activities of a football agent or a sports lawyer. That's the first problem. That's, you know, this joke that skit makers will say, if you are a black man, life is leading you 1-0. If you are a black man, you're not in Nigeria, life is leading like 5-0. If you're not a black man, you're in Nigeria, you support Super Eagles or you support Arsenal, life is leading you 30-0. So you're always playing from deficit. All the super agents, you know, Pinizavi is an Israeli, started for the Israeli league. Mino Raiola is an Italian, he started with the Italian league. What's it called? George Mendes started from the Portuguese league. Every other person that you know, Marcelo Hassman, started from the Argentine league. How can you not have a platform to start from in your country? And then all of a sudden, you want to go and be super abroad. Just the same way English coaches cannot coach in Spain, Germany, and succeed. Because in their own country, nobody regard them. The Premier League have more foreign coaches than home coaches, English coaches, because they don't consider them good enough. In the case of Nigeria, we do not want an agent. You think a Rivers United will sign a player, transfers fee, everything, maybe 10 million, and then you now say Rivers United should now give 10% as approved by FIFA to one agent, which is 1 million, but they will not. So that structure that support the growth of an agent is not there. That's one. Two, let's put it in the African context. A football agent in Portugal wants to do transfer business with a club in Spain. It does not need to apply for residence permit. It does not need to apply for visa and wait for eternity. Server will not be done. Like now, a lot of people who apply for Moroccan visa to go from Nigeria to Morocco to go cover the African Women Championship, us included, are stranded because Moroccan visa server is done. They now say, oh, visa on arrival is available, but with a caveat, only if you book your ticket with Air Maroc. Yeah. So those of us who had gone to apply for visa, paid for flight tickets, we have not. I'm not going to come here and lie to anybody. We have not. I always have a standing rule about visa and ticket. If I not see the visa, I need the buy ticket. I don't get that kind of money. My bank account is not structured like that. I'll get BP, die. I don't want to die, leave my 3 children out of my own make. If I want to die, let it be natural cause. Now, many people are crying in WhatsApp group, in different places. Deliverables are not going to be met because they got assurance that visa will be ready in 4 or 5 days, in 1 week. They bought tickets from the available flights, Egypt Air or just some way get money, Qatar Air.
You know, now, and you fault them for looking for cheaper flights as well.
Because everybody wants to. No, I'm not faulting them. I'm just saying. I'm not faulting them. I'm just telling you mitigating circumstances. Now, I want to use them as example. Some of them got money from sponsors. Remember that these sponsors do not really think about all these mitigating circumstances. They think that you as a journalist, you already have all that, because when you tell them, when you go and apply, say, I have accreditation. So they think that with accreditation, everything is fast track. They now give you maybe 5 million. You now pay for your visa. You book accommodation ahead. You book tickets, maybe 2.5 million. Let's put it that, or let's just say 2 million. Now you just owe your change that you used to do local logistics. And then visa is not hard, not because your agent who is applying for you didn't do his job. The server is done. It's been done since. And the excuse that they gave, I spoke to the Moroccan embassy, the consular general in Abuja, and he said the traffic of people coming into Morocco, it is one server that's feeding all the countries that are applying. That's why the server is done. They are working on it. The process now is not slow because there's a pile of what they're supposed to do on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like that is on hold. And more applications are coming in. So it become a problem. So think about a football agent who wants to do a transaction. He's a Nigerian. He has a player. He wants to quickly go. Remember, in Africa, a black man, a phone call meeting or Zoom meeting does not hold water. Come, let's see you face to face. It has to deal with the challenge of applying for visa to go to Egypt. Probably you have a plan to meet with 3 different clubs in Egypt, in Morocco, in Algeria. He has to apply for a Moroccan visa. Then he apply for Egyptian visa. He apply for Algerian visa. Pay all that money. And then sometimes they might say bring the player for trial. You do the same thing for the player. Where the money is gone. You understand? So all of those things are the harbinger. The struggle is for real. So many people would rather, okay, let me go abroad, go and hustle. This is what is in my mind. Let me go and hustle. But not everybody can also go to the abroad. So all of those things already set you back. Sometimes you just give up on the dream. Which kind of dream? Look at it now. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a YouTuber. What I would do that will give me $1,000. If you do it and your channel is domiciled in America, you will get $10,000. Life is already defeating me 9,000 in deficit, right? But somebody will come in the comment section and say, what work are you doing? That's why your channel is not growing. You do not even understand the complexities of what I am dealing with. And if you cannot encourage me, I'm not asking you to encourage me. That's not like I will reject it, but I'm not forcing it. It's not my right. I'm not entitled to encouragement. What do you insult me for? Just because I not talk positive comments about your player, or because I not insult the player? Because some people will hate you for not even insulting the player that they are hating on. Somebody hates Ronaldo, he wants you to also join them in the hate for Ronaldo. Or somebody hates Messi, he wants you to also join them in the hate, and then you show up, you're praising Messi, or you're making excuse for Ronaldo, and then you become personal non grata, and then they start attacking you. So those obstacles affect coaches, even players movement, players development. Because a player, I was in Europe in 2023. I got a visa from German embassy, and initially I wanted to fly straight to Germany, and then I changed my plan. I flew to Holland. From Holland I went to Super Eagles camp in Portugal, in Portimao. From Portimao we came to Lisbon. From Lisbon we flew to Paris again. From Paris I took a train to Munich. Remember, only one visa, Schengen visa. And then I went to Spain, and then was jumping around. I could have even gone to more places if I want to, but I didn't have the funding. Can you do that in Nigeria? You can't. Even driving within Nigeria, the checkpoint, if you're from here now, you want to drive on the road, go to Owerri, the checkpoint you will meet will make you necessary. You don't want to travel again. You want to stay in your house. So all of those impediments are a very big problem. So when you look at the guy who's an agent in Nigeria who's not able to be a super agent, not some people say, because they need to look their foreign counterpart. Some people even in our job tell you, why can't you report news the way your foreign counterpart report? Today is in Spain, tomorrow is in Greece, next tomorrow is in Hungary, the other day is in Portugal. I laugh. That my foreign counterpart where you talk. So I took a plane from Lisbon to Paris, 30 euros. Lisbon to Paris, 30 euros. That's like Nigeria to Burkina Faso. Would 30 euros get me on the plane from Nigeria to Burkina Faso? To Ghana safe, or to Togo? Would it? Even by road, would 30 euros do it? No. So all of these things are strong, real impediment. So when you look at that football agent and you are trying to mock him and say, oh, now only grassroots players if they manage, that's the market that is available. That's what life has dealt him. Again, to do business with club, it not be like just open market way na shop, you put your goods, people will come and buy. You must know somebody on the inside. You must have a pedigree of a history of always producing good players, and you need a first break to start. It's like me. I started this job. I've seen people say, oh, why you need to go agency? I said, no, I can't go to agency because the people who I used to work for, just because they want to play God and they want me to come and beg as they talk for front of their staff, say he will come and beg for not doing wrong. Oh, I said, since at least if I dey lie, it's been 8 years now. If I don't say he thief, not be the same company publish people where thief their money, not be the same company put different arrest people with police.
Yeah.
I've not been arrested. My name have not been published. They've not just say I even allegedly sexually arrest somebody, or I take a needle, or I take a microphone cable or charger cable. This company I work for 13 years. Say make agency not give me job. Make any radio or TV station not give me job. Now, at the fight that battle, a hole that is dug not by me or not by my character, my bad behavior, just because I want to be progressive in life. I want to live a good life, right? All of that happen. And then you now say, oh, that is not doing his job. Well, no. Why is he not going to agency? No. The odds are stuck against me. Every one step I take forward, there are 10 steps attacking me. If I didn't have people like them Bobby, people like them Habib, people like China Acheru, people who just Alibaba, Timida Kolo, Bobby, who like, man, guy, you own self too much. You need to even ask. We know see things rough. Take. You know how bad this would have been? Maybe eventually they feel the depression. The same thing happened with a lot of agents. I have a guy who, if he was an agent, if he was a European, it would be a super agent. Benedict is his name. I don't want to call his other name. But because he's a Nigerian, when we're sharing ideas about the league, about marketing, about players, training, I'd be like, man, this guy, I hardly agree that somebody is smarter than me. I'd always argue the argument, maybe Alibaba and a few people, but I always, no, you're smart, but I'm smart too. This guy is miles ahead of me in terms of intelligence. But he's here. And he loves Nigeria. It's one of those guys who have British passport, but he loves Nigeria already. He go die here. Right? But the doors are not opening. Sometimes he will bring deals, and then some government official will cut him off, go and do the deal themselves and take it. There are so many things like that works against a football agent in Nigeria. You could say, okay, I have the deal to bring in Atletico Madrid to come play against Enyimba. They'll be listening to you the very minute they get the number of the contact over there, because eventually you have to pass the number. They'll cut you off. Your growth, you can't get it. Abroad, it not be like that. So the system work against you. The Nigerian system, people would do a party, would sew ashwebi, hire canopy, hire big hall to celebrate your failure. Nobody wants to see you succeed. You know how they say everybody wants you to succeed until you start succeeding, and then they come a mighty rushing wing of opposition. It happens in our industry. It happens. If it's the other day, somebody munched something for me in WhatsApp that they were talking in WhatsApp that shared that they say they go cover African Women Championship. They say in Nigeria they shoot gliders, and he mates there for Morocco after they make my cho. Say football tournament coverage not be cho team for passport with the embassy, for embassy with their server they done. But that's something that gives somebody orgasm. That same thing happened to coaches. You coach. Look at Nigerian coaches, for instance. Let's start with Nigerian coaches now. You were the commentator for the whole of the league this past season and the previous season. If I ask you now, Daniel Ogumodidi, as the coach of Remo Stars, how many matches has he coached Remo Stars since he started coaching them? Not one person, not even Remo Stars can provide that. How many wins has he had? I'm not sure they can. How many losses? How many draws? I'm not sure they can. It is these statistics that back up the promotion of these people within the European space. We don't have that here. So it is even hard to push such conversation. Even our ex-players, they can't find it easy.
So this is also hampering coaches as well.
Seriously.
Moving across.
Seriously. And then you would chat up a coach maybe on WhatsApp and say, we'd like to have you. The club will send you an invite. The embassy will deny you visa. It has happened many times. What do? The embassy will deny you visa and say you can't. Okay. What about the ones where they say you have a UEFA license but you don't have a CAF license and you're from Nigeria? The last time they did a CAF training in Nigeria was 2017. So it's not your fault that the NFF didn't get their acts together and they didn't get to train coaches. If my numbers, my statistics are right, since 2017 or 2019 or thereabout, you've not trained coaches. Now, you could have lost the job in Liberia, backyard, Liberia, because of that. You want to blame him? So the things are set up against you. In Europe, you can leave England and you can leave Spain, where it's more expensive to train coaches, and go to Scotland, where you will spend maybe $12,000 in Spain. You go and spend $1,200, and the certificate is still as valid as the one in Spain. I don't know if you get it. Mm-hmm. So the opportunity for you to get a job is just there. And to move from Spain to Scotland, if you have a Spanish passport, the visa is on arrival. It's very easy. The process is easy. Nigeria, your Nigerian passport first is speaking against you. Even your entire African passport, because cutting across the African continent, there are borders. The people we learn this thing from, they don't have borders. They have one umbrella called Schengen. Puts all of them across, where you can go to. You can use your, in short, a visa. Let's leave a German passport, a Nigerian passport with a Schengen visa. You can land in Germany, go to Sweden, go to Denmark, everywhere. If you have a 1-month visa and you want to visit all these countries, there is train line that run from one country to the other. It doesn't work here. So these are real life struggles. I know that people want to watch this video and see us banter, but let us also dig deep into the challenges that people face, so that when you want to criticize them, note the fact. I'm not saying don't criticize people. Note the fact, note the challenges that they face, the kind of obstacles in front of them, before you go on that not be your mates they England, not be your mates they here. No, it doesn't always work like that.
This is why when it comes to agents, you have to give credit to the ones managing some of our Super Eagles players, the Emeka Obasi, the Ata Aneke, what they've done, the
Where is
type
he
of
based?
players they have now.
Where is Emeka
exactly,
Obasi
that's another thing as well.
Where is Aneke Ata based?
So maybe that made it easy for them.
You see, that's where and even in the place where they are based, they are not still regarded as super agents.
True.
You see it, they are not still seen as super agent, even with all the people that Emeka Obasi's got. Any other person, he would have been a super agent, but even in that space, he's still not regarded as a super agent. So you see the problem. All
right, with that, we've come to the end of this session. Don't forget to always turn on notification, comment, share, like, and drop your reactions to every of our videos you see across of our channel. Thank you so much for all that have been subscribing. More talking points to come your way. Stick around with this channel. My name is Emmanuel Sebastian with the Adafi One of Sports.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.